he got those two scores before, good scores, leading the heat, and then he does that. Oh my God, so perfect.
You know, there's been 2 of those done in the state of Rio. Gabe had one in the city of Rio a few years ago, and now Mateus with maybe even a bigger one right here. And in a moment to shine, Maida. You've mentioned he hasn't had his moment at home in Brazil before. Boy, does he have it now. Perfect 10-point ride with the only backflip of the event so far.
Wax their boards literally all the way to the tip.
Totally.
You know, obviously longboarders, they're hanging 10, so they need wax all the way to the nose. But for surfers like this, these progressive athletes, Mateus Herdy, these boards are waxed all the way to the nose, and that's why.
Now we're talking.
Do you feel the momentum push?
And then you just write a completely different script. Take off, not looking at anything other than this air section. That is a launch. That is a legit air alley-oop. Very, very unique. First we've really seen of the event, so he's feeling good.
What's the landing, too? Straight up, nose straight down, pointing towards the beach. Landed it in transition.
Look at the size of this wave, and I told you, he had a priority, and this could have been his wave. And look at the size of it. Goes for the big section at the beginning, goes to the 180, reverses it back, and even though there was a lot of downtime, and I mean a lot of downtime in between maneuvers, I just think you really have to reward the aggressiveness, how difficult that was, and the risk that was involved at the beginning of this wave. Finished it off well, too. Very patient, blows the tail right there. Smart decision right here, Joe. Didn't try to force anything, and then got the finish right at the end. I think this changes things.
Crazy commitment.
That's Karamas 2.0 right there. You know, that's One Anwar at Karamas, but we're just seeing Mateus Herdy at Barra. Look at the size of it, Joe. Look at the beautiful bottom turn. You're talking about great technique, innovation, progression, and risk all in one.
That is unbelievable for a young wild card. He knew what he was telling us last night. He said, I have more to show you, believe me.
7 waves ridden, Aitan's last, the 6.9, Mateus is last, a 7.5. They're the 2 key scores at the moment. Here goes Mateus, looking to get rid of that 283. He's pretty much done it already. This is a beautiful wall, shaping up quite nicely down the line.
Oh.
Takes to the sky, I love that, explosive, and it came from nowhere. That was really reflexive surfing, and he wants to sign off from this one in style.
Don't tell
Bang!
me he's going to get a 10-point ride on this. I'm calling it right now. He's doing the calculations, and he's saying 10 points. There is no way there's going to be any other score. It is the best wave we have seen ridden in this event so far, no doubt about it.
The big upsets, I remember at Barra da Tijuca one year, just like Pedersen Crisanto did.
Big roll in and a big opportunity. Huge frontside punt. Mateus controls it on a massive section. Frontside grab, landed backwards, and had so much control he didn't spin into reverse. Now some downtime to collect himself. Needs an 8.17. Nice big wall, setup wrap. Mateus off the lip, super strong. Crazy highline double up section. Now he'll throw up a huge frontside float and a calm glance to the judging panel.
Yeah, you claim that, boy. You claim that.
Potentially on his way now to the quarterfinals in Bolito. And still, a clear goal. Drop the 5-4-3 as the backup score. And here he goes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that one was spring-loaded right there. Oh, we love it. And he's feeling that could be as high an input as his 817. Mateus Herdy has come to play at Bolito. And my gosh, he's having a run at it.
Mateus was saying there's not one heat that he doesn't put 100% in. Every heat he wants to win. Watch the setup here.
Oh, so inverted as well. And a cushion landing. Where are we going with the score, Tash?
Oh, no, another
Come on,
excellent
stick your neck
score.
out.
I'm
Are we going
it.
over the 817?
And this is Mateus Herdy live. Is it live?
Up and riding straight into the air. Pulls that one and has another section. Goes for the stalefish and pulls it. Wow, what a wave right there by the young Brazilian surfer in the red jersey. When it matters, too.
Yeah, doing what he does. He loves goes to the air.
Very nice wave for Mateus Herdy.
Well, and he's caught a lot of waves in this heat too. The first air rotation right there, but you just knew that he had a lot more in the tank with this one. Even grabbed the stale fish too. That is one of the most difficult grabs in all of surfing, and pulled 2 on the same wave. Wow, we talk about him being talented, maybe not living up to the expectations so far in his young career. He's definitely doing so in this heat though.
Yeah, what a showman. Very nice. I love to see Mateus going through the air. It's what he does, like, for me, best. He's been participating in many competitions, air shows and those kinds of competitions that reward a lot of airs. He's pretty good on that.
Meanwhile, at the back, Herdy just scraping away on that rail this time, not going to the air, and he's just S-turning through the bottom. We'll see what he did out the back, but there's still plenty of juice on the inside. And these guys, you just feel they've got so much good energy. They're going wave for wave, and Herdy is feeling it. He got a 7.33 for his first one, and he's backed it up, and the Brazilians like it. Absolutely. The Jackson's wave was also impressive.
This was his last wave, the combination above the lip. Not once, but twice.
Oh, so cool. You know, right there, struggled to get through there, and you're like, okay, that's a good score. You know, it's going to be a good number. Didn't come out of it super clean. Obviously, the judges take into consideration all this. But then a much better air on this inside section. And look at this, just out into the flats and pulls it off super clean. So this is 2 big aerial moves on one wave. Judges are going to have to digest this one. It feels like it's going to be, you know, 717 for his last one, which was 1 big air. This one, 2 huge airs.
So impressive how he adjusted. I thought the wave was over on the first camera angle. Then it opened up. Laura, the ramp on the inside was incredible.
Wow, I cannot believe that inside drainer right there, just to give him that big section to do something so critical. I mean, there's so much deep water there. And look at this. This is the first section. It was a bit softer, and I just cannot believe that still an absolutely insane first turn there. I mean, air. And yeah, the fact that he got to get through to this inside and do an even bigger one on the inside section was just wild.
So impressive from Mateus Herdy, taking control of this heat. He already had a punt before that, but this one was incredible. Footwork, insane, landing hard in the flats. That's that modern-day version of that frontside throwtail reverse, stomping it with authority.
You know, this is a massive stepping stone. We've seen Adriano de Souza and Gabriel Medina both win this event and both win world titles. Here goes Mateus Herdy again. This is a slopier wave. He's just going to stick with it. It's got some power. It's got some push. He's eyeing off that ramp. The kick stall down the line. Now he puts the foot down, gets flying. Big air reverse and stomps that like he always knew he was going to. Not sure if he's got rid of his 7.5.
Completion rate of this guy is
a little sign off to the judge.
Mateus Herdy, and he claimed a 7.9 ride there, right under an excellent score, and he's going to keep on going. This time looking left. What's he got for us this time? Airs, stomps it, continues with that forward momentum, catching fire here. Mateus Herdy, he's got more down the line, looking for another ramp, projecting through this. Another air, full rotation, full Roseanne. There you go, bows to the crowd.
So now he's got a second wave under his score line, and this is our first look at Mateus Herdy. Laying back, blasting through the lip, showing his fins, and showing the excitement. That was awesome.
As we see live action, Mateus Herdy driving into that first turn, so good, and finishes it. Is he going to continue on the inside? That little claim.